So far, I have explained the mental preparation regarding this program, that is nothing but design. Design is over. Once design is over, that is like a blueprint of a construction. Once blueprint is very clear, professionally developed, then construction will be very easy. In the same manner, our mental work is over. Now let us start physical work. Physical work is not a great thing. Actually, you should know all programming elements. Then you can write very easily. Otherwise, 4 or 5 programs if you write, you will be well acquainted. But one thing every time I'm underlying is you just develop a passion towards. Routinely, you never become a programmer. Okay. Now already I told you this name Pascal case we have to give. Now what your marks report Pascal case you have to give. Now blueprint class we have to define. In blueprint class already explained what are the elements, and 9 instance variables are there. 9 instance variables, correct types you have to define. First one, name. Name means student name, that is string class. Thereafter class number, roll number. Class number, roll number you define as int, because those are obviously those are roll numbers. Next string, next and string, sub1 name, camel case, sub1 name, sub2 name, sub3 name you write, and thereafter int sub1 marks, int sub2 marks, int sub3 marks. In this context you may get it out. What is that? Two ints are there, two strings are there. Why can't you make two statements? If you want, you can make it. But write grouping. Write grouping always makes your program logical and elegant also. Logical. That's why here, what is logic? Class number, roll number of one type. Marks in papers are different type. Different type means I am not talking about data type. The nature. That's why in the same way, student name is one type and subject names are different type. That's why I made that logical grouping. If you are not convinced, later you convince. Once you get maturity, you are convinced about this. So logical grouping is very important. That reflects your professionalism. That also follow. Whatever I am following, just make a focus. If you are not convinced, you postpone it. Whenever you are convinced, you implement that. Thereafter, constructor definition. Actually, giving spoon feeding is not a good idea. Actually, spoon feeding in programming is like a poisonous. Already I explained. I showed programs and all that. That's why only thing is here in the earlier program only 3 elements are there. Here 9 elements are there. 3 elements which procedure you are following. 9 elements also you must follow the same procedure. Here you see constructor. Constructor is the same name of the class. Marks report we have used. No return type, no return statement we have used. So now all instance variables we have defined, and corresponding constructor we defined. As a result of execution of the constructor, your instance variables are initialized. That point you have to understand. Okay. Thereafter, now 3 instance methods are required. What are they? For output variables, we have to define 2 instance methods. First one is calculate total marks. Actually, in Java, you write like this in camel case, calculate total marks. If you write like this, that is better. Otherwise, total marks you write. And this one short name is allowed. Okay. Then that formula you know that, and you are returning it. Thereafter, calculating average marks. How you can calculate average marks? Now here, simple smartness is there. Who is applying, who is returning total marks? Calculating total marks is returning. Now, by 3 you make. That by 3 you make. By that you can get. Actually, some students, beginner students, again they put sub 1 marks plus sub 2 marks plus 3 marks by 3. All that is not required. Already calculate total marks method calculated total marks and returning it. You take it. Simply calling it, you get it by 3. That is the smartness. In this way, by performing every program, you learn new things. Already I told you, at least 500 intricacies you have to understand to write OCJP exam. Like this, every program, by performing every program hands-on, you can learn that new points, and you can hone up your programming skills. No doubt about that. Okay, now two instance methods we have defined. Thereafter, we are writing demo marks report. Demo marks report I cannot help you, because if you get command over SOP, then you can write. What I told you, take the marks report. What is the output? Already showed you. With reference to that, every line of code you take and write corresponding SOP statement. Once you practice that, you can comfortably write, or otherwise you commit errors and you waste your time. I have no answer or solution for your laziness. That point you have to understand. That's why you write all these statements, then you will be perfect. By that, your brain takes charge over SOP, then you comfortably write. Once you get command over SOP, any program you write, any big project you write, 40-50% of the statements are SOP statements. That point you have to understand. Okay. Now your blueprint class is ready. In that, how many elements are there? 9 instance variables are there. One constructor is there. Three uh, instance methods are there. That you write. For your information, I have to share simple experience. Actually, once I applied for some programming assistants, then around 2000 applications I received. Then I gave them, I didn't want to waste their time. That's why this type of assignment I have given marks report only. For your information, no single student could write it properly. Out of 2000 BE graduate, MTech graduate, BSCA, MCA and all that, no single student could write that program properly. Actually, what mistake they come? Few people wrote that, but in that also one mistake is there. What is the mistake? Actually, evaluating grade. While evaluating grade, somebody got 72%, they have given distinction. Somebody got 65, they have given first class. Somebody got 45%, they have given third class. But nobody bothered about whether the student passed in all papers or not. Suppose some student failed in one paper and got 75%. Can you give a distinction to him? That's a matter of common sense. Already I told you, without common sense, you never evolve as a professional. Out of 2000 applicants, no single applicant could understand that, could catch that point, what is that? If student passes in all papers only, he is entitled for a grade. That they didn't know. What should I do? That's why you should not be in that category. That's why just I am sharing that example with you. Okay. Now implementation class you are writing. In that everything I have written. All 9 you pass properly. Whenever you are passing string, don't forget. Suppose Arjun is there. Simply Arjun if you write, error will come. That it should be enclosed in a string. Subject names also. Suppose some in this float is not there, somewhere float is there, 10.5 F you put. Then thereafter mr dot demo marks report, that is printed. Okay, this is the thing. Take it as a challenge and do that. Don't copy that. After everything is over, you download. I am providing a download link to you. Every program you can download, but I recommend you or request you don't copy that. If you start copying and all that, you are making your brain lazy. By that, you never achieve anything. You give exercise, you 3-4 attempts you make, your doors are fully closed, then you verify my program. Or otherwise, if you are successful also, then you verify with my code, with my program, and where deviations are there, you focus. If you feel that you have written better code than my code, then you may follow that.